Today's recipe is ladies' fingers biscuit, or what we call in French biscuit à la cuillère, the perfect biscuits that we use in cake preparation and decoration. Let's go and see how we make this wonderful recipe. The size and the thickness, that depends on your preference. For me, I like it a bit flat like that and wide, so we could cover as much as we like in our cake, in our souffle. It needs to be a bit crunchy, yet soft from the inside. I'm going to break one of them so you can see. Biscuity yet spongy from the inside, and we're gonna use that in our upcoming tiramisu recipe. It is a recipe of 3 eggs that I have made out of it 15 biscuits. Each of them has not more than 5 grams of sugar. That's all. Bon appetit. Let's go and have a look at the mise en place of this recipe. As always, I minimize the effect of sugar. So instead of having about 100 plus grams of sugar, I'm going to have only 55 to 60 grams of sugar, 50 grams of white flour, 10 grams of baking powder, a pinch of salt. Then we've got at room temperature 3 egg whites and 3 egg yolks. We start by whisking our egg white for about a minute. Then we add the pinch of salt. Let's go. Now that it is foamy, we add our salt. Off we go, and then we continue mixing. On to high speed, we're going to add 30 grams of that powdered sugar once at a time, slowly. Off we go. Now that we have added half of our sugar, we continue beating until we get the stiff peak. The texture and the body is like that. We set aside and we beat our egg yolks now. Onto our egg yolk, we add all of our sugar, then we beat lightly. That is the remainder of the sugar, 30 milligram, for about a minute or so, until you get that creamy, you see that texture? Then we add our flour to it and our baking powder, and we mix with a spoon. Now we get that stiff batter. We're going to incorporate that onto our egg white batter, and we fold and turn. First, we put a couple of spoons of the white batter into the egg yolk, and we fold here. And now that is a bit runny, we add it onto the white, and we fold and turn in such a way. Like that. It's difficult to do with one hand, but this is the way you want to do it. Into a piping bag, we fill our batter. Onto a tray with parchment paper, we form our lady finger. You shape into the size and the length that you want. Then I'm going to now sprinkle with a bit of powdered sugar. This is going to help to make our lady fingers a bit crunchy on the surface. I have sprinkled about 15 grams of powdered sugar into a preheated oven at 170. They're going to bake now for roughly about 15 minutes. Let's go. Look at that beauty. The perfect, exactly 13 minutes into baking. The perfect, the crisp, the wonderful we take out and we allow to cool down.